And since we had to go in and improve those underground utilities, take that opportunity to do some surface level improvements as well. So, reconstructing that street, new curb ramps, new pedestrian access, and also helping with a slight redesign, making it narrow to help calm traffic. And that project is going to be happening over summer of 2025. Another project to help improve the experience of people traveling through the neighborhood is going to be some concrete work on Northern Heights Drive from Broadway to 22nd Avenue Northeast. And this is to extend the lifespan of that concrete until we can have a more full reconstruction project in the future. That concrete work is going to be happening in the spring. And again, there's all sorts of little street projects happening all across the city. Those are some of the bigger ones. And another big one that we have is our annual mill and overlay and chip seal projects, so our street maintenance. So just keeping our roadways in good condition, extending that lifespan. And this year, again, this happens every year. This year in particular, there will be 18 miles of repaving and 27 miles of chip sealing. And this is scattered all across the city. And that on our city website, it does have a map that shows which sections it'll be happening and the timeline. Our maintenance team updates that every week of what to expect, and through that process of maintaining those streetways to keep that drive condition working well. And it isn't just cars, right? We have lots of different ways people are moving about, and one of them is sidewalks. And we are going to have our third year of our Sidewalk Improvement District program. That construction is happening over the course of spring and summer. It's going to be in the Northwest this year, and for people that aren't familiar, before this program came to be, each property owner was responsible for paying for that reconstruction of any sidewalk adjacent to their property. And with this new program, the cost of replacing sidewalks is distributed over a smaller, across the neighborhood, like a bigger neighborhood, these sidewalk improvement districts, and that helps to, we all benefit from functional sidewalks. And so that has been a great program, and we're excited it's in year 3 as it cycles its way around the city. And another walking experience that is worth mentioning is East Peace Plaza. There's going to be some maintenance work happening this spring and summer to expand the flat walkable surface, so just improving the mobility access through that common space. And those are just a smattering of our projects, and there is a big, exciting one that I will hand it over to Josh, but we know that construction impacts the way to get around town. So we do have the construction impact map. We got our project page. We go there. There's also a map that shows across the city of Rochester where there's impacts to the right-of-way, the impacts to the street, and how people can navigate around that. So that's another great tool for folks wanting to know how to get from A to B and minimize some unexpected detours, interruptions. But turn it over to Josh DeFrang, my colleague at the city, to talk about one of our big projects that's happening.
Thanks, Megan. So yeah, just as Megan said, I'm Josh DeFrang, construction manager for the Link Bus Rapid Transit Project. Link BRT is a transformative transportation investment. It's designed to enhance the mobility and ease congestion of the downtown area. We're kind of trying to support the growth that's going to be happening for the future of Rochester. It's a fare-free, reliable transit option that is going to have 12 stops along a 2.8-mile corridor and 2nd Street Southwest. So it'll reach out from Cascade Lake all the way down to 6th Street Southeast. A lot of it is the underground infrastructure between 11th Avenue and Highway 52 for the utilities that need to be upgraded there. And then as well as building all of the pedestrian tunnels, the underground infrastructure for the platforms and the stations themselves. One portion of that project that I mentioned out by Cascade Lake is West Transit Village that is actually already under construction. It's a private development with the partners of Mayo Clinic, Krauss Anderson, among others in the city. And the city is building the underground utility infrastructure out there, so the water main, sanitary sewer, storm sewer, as well as all of the street grading. And then that future development is going to be able to provide retail, housing, parking, and then all of the other park amenities that will tie into Cascade Lake. The construction for West Transit Village has already started. And it is planned to be a 2-year project, so we do hope to wrap up construction by fall of 2026 with an opening for the Link BRT in the spring of 2027. As Megan mentioned, another website that we have out here to coordinate with all of our partners, as you know, the Mayo Both Forward Unbound and Rochester initiative is a $5 billion expansion that they are coordinating for the Mayo Clinic expansion. And then we coordinate that project with the downtown Rochester Construction.org website, where you can learn about the road closures, the pedestrian accesses that are open, the bikeways that are available, as well as all the street maps that show where streets are open and closed. So, yeah, it's a really good ongoing collaboration between the Destination Medical Center, the City of Rochester, and Mayo Clinic themselves. So, with that, I think I will hand it off to Scott Holmes with the county.
All right, so I'm Scott Holmes. I'm our Transportation Construction Manager for Olmsted County, in charge of all of our transportation projects. So I'm going to start with our blue. You can see our blue projects, which are our reconstruction projects. The first one is County Road 5, which is south of Byron, from Byron into Salem Corners. This project was actually graded last year. We left it open to gravel through the winter time to let things settle out. That project will be paved in concrete coming this spring, probably starting in May. We're putting a concrete surfacing, and then we'll have some nice bituminous paved shoulders for some bike traffic and stuff out there. So that'll be our first kind of start off project. Another grading project is our County Road 21 project, which is kind of up on our north side. Goes from Trunk Highway 63 over to Wabasha County. It actually heads into Elgin if you keep going. That project, it is actually County Road 25 in Wabasha County, was done some years back. They have a concrete surface on their section. Ours is a narrow roadway, bituminous. We actually are going to regrade it and then pave it in concrete and have some nice shoulders as well on that project. So that'll be another nice project starting off probably around in June. I think we're going to let it sit over winter again like we did our County Road 5, and then paving spring of 2026. So I'll move over to that blue dot. It says Trunk Highway 63. That is a joint project with MnDOT, and MnDOT will probably hit on it a little bit. Roundabout going in there. Our County Road 112 goes north and south there, 18th Avenue. MnDOT has 63 east to west, so that'll be a good safety improvement there for that intersection. The other blue one we have is our big interchange project. Again, joint with MnDOT on that. We're looking at our County Road 44 and Trunk Highway 14 interchange. That'll be a few years in the making. We're looking at trying to get that thing let and bid this year yet. Hopefully a little bit of maybe construction in 25. We'll probably talk more about it next year in 26. Looks to be a full 26, 27 construction project. So moving on, our red is our pavement preservation projects that we have coming up this year. The first one, along with our County Road 5 project over on our Cassac 25. With that project, we are ending up doing the other section from Salem Corners all the way over to our county line, and that will be reclaim, bituminous reclaim and resurface, so that whole section down on that piece will be complete. Way on the north end, our County Road 118 and our 114, we put those two projects together as one. Those will start up sometime this spring. Basically a full mill and resurface on those two projects, kind of on each side of Lake Zumbro there. County Road 22 and 2, kind of on each side of town. We just have some shoulder replacement we're gonna do along our West Circle Drive. And then again, up by Century High School, we have some shoulders that are getting pretty bad, so we got some shoulder replacement there. The last bituminous ones we have are County Road 112 and 154, which is north of our roundabout project. So this one we're looking at probably doing late fall. We want to wait until that roundabout project gets complete, which is expected to be complete the end of August, hopefully. Once that's done, we can get in and get, we're going to reclaim 154 and resurface, and then 112 will be a mill and overlay on that one. So we can get everything kind of buttoned up there again this fall. The other red one that we have is our CASA 1. This one's a concrete rehab project that we're doing about from 52 up to 16th Street, which is just south of Mayo High School. So we have a bunch of panel replacements. We got some cracking out there and stuff, some partial depth repairs to do, some sealing. So that one's is looking to be started probably April 21st, depending on weather. It might fall back another week, but it'll happen probably early this spring. We'll do some lane shifts on that, keep traffic. It's a 4-lane. We can move traffic around a little bit. So not too much disruption, but there'll be some. The other ones we have are some safety projects. So the last couple years, we've been trying to get some of our rumble stripes on there for some safety for traffic. We still have some off-road crashes. We have some head-to-head crashes. So we're trying to reduce a bunch of those. So all the ones in green that we have, the west side, so County Road 8, County Road 14 to the north, and County Road 12 on the west side. We have center line and edge line rumbles we're going to install on those. And then there's a few on the east side of the county, County Road 10, County Road 2, and County Road 12 that we're going to finish with some edge lines. Some of them have center line now, but we're going to put edge line on those as well. So those are kind of our projects. We always end up maybe picking up a project or two, some smaller stuff in there, but we wanted to just show our major stuff on our map this year, what we got. So, and like always, it's construction season. Safety's always important. I mean, we'll have lane closures with barrels, cones, so just telling everybody just drive safe and make it a safe summer. So, all right, we're gonna pass it off to MnDOT. Mike.
Thanks, Scott.
Yep.
Again, my name is Mike Doherty. I'm the Director of Communications and Public Engagement for District 6. And you can see we've got about 17 projects across our 11-county region this year. I'm going to focus on 3 right around Rochester and maybe touch on a couple others that are significant and have some higher impact. Obviously, if construction's happening on your street, it's always significant. But for the overall motorist people and anybody else trying to get around, we'll touch on some of these. The first one is down on I-90 and Highway 52. It's number 2 there. That'll kick in on April 7th. We'll have traffic on I-90 switch over to single lane. We're going to be doing a bridge demolition, the eastbound I-90 bridge over Highway 52 between April 8th and April 12th. Highway 52 will be closed there. You won't be able to get onto I-90 there, so you'll see some more information coming out this week from motorists on that, because that'll be a significant change. That'll be the time when they're taking the bridge down, knocking it down. April 13th, the Highway 52 will open up, so you'll be able to go southbound 52 to eastbound I-90, which is the most significant turn there. But if you live south of the interchange, you won't be able to travel on Highway 52 continuously. You'll need to get on I-90 eastbound, go to the Iota exit, and hit Olmsted County Road 7 to go south, continue on Highway 52. That's a 3-year project. We're in year 2 there. It'll be a great improvement for safety when it's done in 2026. The other one that we're looking at here for traffic, number 3 there, it's Highway 14. Basically, it's from Highway 52, Apache Mall, over to about Hy-Vee, and then we jump over the Broadway intersection, and then continue on to Marion Road. We'll just be resurfacing the road. That starts May 4th, and the big thing there is just there's so much traffic. So any kind of construction that's going to restrict our lanes, you'll see traffic backup. So that'll be another thing. As we get closer to that, you'll see a lot of information going out just for people that are traveling to school, work, wherever. Highway 14 or the Belt Line, as folks reference it, that will be, you'll see a lot of traffic backups through that time. That should end in August 5th, I believe. So it's a short duration, but obviously if you live and use that road, you might want to look for alternate routes during that time. The roundabout, Scott mentioned, up on Highway 63, or if you look at 75th Street and 18th Avenue Northwest is another way to look at it. That'll start June 4th, I believe, and finish, as Scott mentioned, just before Labor Day. So that'll be a significant safety improvement there. But again, there will be a detour for folks that come through that area. That's it utilizes some good roads. Just none of the detours are too far afield, but obviously it'll change your normal route. So that'll be some information to keep track of there. And a couple others I want to point out. Highway 14, this number 1 here on Stockton Hill, that's where we're going to be working on erosion damage and then doing some reinforcing of the slope. It's a big hill that goes up and over from Stockton into Winona, and that'll start June 4th as well, and that'll go into November. So we've got a detour that starts in Stockton and brings you over to Highway 61. That'll be one for folks that utilize that road significantly. Also, our Austin I-90 Bridges project down there, it's number 5. We're in year 2 of a 3-year project. Again, that's a bridge replacement through the I-90 corridor. So at 6 sites, we're replacing or rehabbing bridges. The big bridge there is the 4th Street Bridge, and that's the one that is altering a lot of people's daily routes. And so that's another one to keep track of. Additionally, we'll be doing some resurfacing on westbound I-90 to the east of Austin, so that will have some impacts, but shouldn't detour folks very much at all. And then you can see the other ones across the area. So it's another robust construction season. You know, the big things, I think, if you want to stay connected, it's looking at MnDOT.gov, and you can find individual projects, sign up for email updates so that you can track those. That's one good way to track it. Also, our 511 map, it's 511mn.org, and I call it the map for all seasons because, like today with the weather we've got out here, you can check road conditions in the winter. During summer, it's got the construction projects marked. If there's a significant crash that may slow traffic or stop traffic, again, you'll see it on 511mn.org. And then just, Scott mentioned, Megan too, just the traffic safety. So we're looking for drivers. They have to do their part. The people that are out building these roads, replacing things, making it safer and better for us, they need to work in safe conditions. So drivers can do that. Being attentive, put down all your distractions, slow down. That's a great way to, you've got a better reaction time. You can read the signs. You can see where you need to go. And then move over. It's a law. It's the move over law. And that pretty much tells you if you have the opportunity, move over at least one lane. If nothing else, slow down when you see workers by the side of the road. It also includes now stranded motorists if they have their emergency lights on or if they're out of their vehicle. So it's just a good safety practice to move over. And that's the thing we ask for motorists that are out there. We're going to work as hard as we can to get these projects done as fast as they can, but if you can help keep us safe, that helps us do our job more quickly. And with that, if you do have any other traffic safety questions, we have Sergeant Troy Christensen from the Minnesota State Patrol here. Could talk to you separately, but obviously traffic safety is equally as important as the work that's taking place on our city streets, our county roads, and our state highways. And with that, if you have individual questions, any of these folks can stand up here. You can talk to them individually. And thank you for folks coming out. Hopefully you took a few notes on your routes that you may take, if not personally, for work as well. So thank you again.
did send this out this morning, so it should be at your news desk inboxes. This will be super helpful over the construction season as these things are starting. At different times of like, if there's something in particular, like, who do I call? If it's on here, give me or Rachel a call, and then we can connect you with
There's that map.
an interview like on that one specific project when the time comes. Super quick. Absolutely, happy to talk with you guys. Let me grab my cheat sheet up there. Take your time.